last Friday was the best. The last Friday was the best day of me and my sister's. One of the best days of me and my sister's life. I think it's on the top one. If we're on the list, it would like jump to number one. And yeah, I pretty much just woke up and drank my monster and just feel like I'm ready to. I feel like I'm ready to tell the story. But even though my Friday was feels very long, I'm gonna put the story very short because we did a lot of things. So here we go. Right after work, I believe I took a nap. I took a nap. It's not a good idea, but what do you expect when I got from work at like 1 in the morning? So basically got like 6 hours of sleep before I had to leave at like 8 in the morning. So I kind of did the best. I tried to take the nap and eventually drink my monster, and I head over to somewhere in Elgin. Ah, I went over to visit my mom because that's what my sister said we'll be going. Eventually, I run into my little sister who was backing out of the driveway, and she told me that they're gonna be straight at IHOPs. I'm like, really? I mean, this is not too far away, so I guess we'll go there. And I remember the IHOP, the one IHOP is by the theater. I think it's on the I don't remember the address. I don't remember the specific IHOP in a specific place. Something about Lincoln or Abbott or something like that. And so eventually we went over to IHOP. There's me, my mom, my little sister, my older sister, and her boyfriend. It was her boyfriend at the time. My brother, my brother couldn't join us because little did I know he went over somewhere to like. I don't know the full story of where he was. He must he basically working, but like in a whole different city. I don't know what it's like being away from his own family and then just to get some work done. I think my mom told me that he's basically working the house, doing the wires and all the stuff inside the house that's being constructed and all that. I think it's pretty cool. A whole lot better than the kind of job I'm doing. uh, yeah. So anyway, we went over to IHOP. We tore it up. It was really good. And eventually, my sister and her boyfriend at the time went over to the zoo, while I went over while I came while me, my mom, and my sister went back to her place, to my mom's place. I think we took a nap first. Yes. Only a minute. Yeah, I believe we took a nap for a bit. Yeah, because the time for the movie for the movie to play it's gonna take a while. So like, okay, we might as well take a nap, and we started to become a bit late. We went over to the movie a tiny bit late, but yeah, we made it to the theaters. We watched the remake, the Aladdin 2019. It was, I gotta say, it was really good. I enjoyed it. I love it a lot. I mean, I was a bit late, so I kind of missed like a couple of minutes. But even then, it's like in middle of the first song, the Arabian Nights, and even in the middle of it, I felt the thunderous beats, the thunderous rhythm of the song, and I enjoyed it very well. I basically loved the movie, and not just because, spoiler alert, Aladdin, Aladdin movie. I love the movie not just because I had Will Smith in it, but like the characters did such a fantastic job. Despite my worrying of Jafar or Aladdin not being and stuff like the movie went out really great. As for Will Smith, he wasn't trying to become Robin Williams, but instead he did more of becoming his own genie. Right, he did become more of his own genie. Of course, there are some things that had to he had to play along with, like singing almost every word of the song "Friend Like Me" or Prince Ali. He did a very similar move because hey, it's a remake of it's a remake. It's not something like entirely different. Think of the original Aladdin as like some kind of a straight line. The remake of it is like nicely curved. It got a little like nicely flexible. It got a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a turn. It got a little bit of I got a couple more songs in there, but like it's nothing too flexible to make it's nothing like a bit too much of a flex. Like say the story of Jasmine's mother or anything like that. It doesn't have that. It's just remade. It's new, but it's still very good. It's a very different, a very good kind of different. I enjoyed every single second of it. Oh man, I really do. It's one of my most favorite movie only because it's new. So yeah, eventually we got back home. We had to take a nap because the medieval times event haven't started until like 7:30 at night. I think it was like five back. I think it was like five back then or two. So anyway, I took a nap. I eventually get up. I look at the time. I had to go to medieval times with just me, my sister, and her boyfriend. So I thought. And eventually I had to say bye to my mom and my little sister, and whoosh, off I go to medieval times. And keep in mind, I never went to medieval times before Friday. I remember the first time I heard of it. I think it was in high school. Either middle school or when I was in high school. My sister was in high school during that time, and then they get the field trip to go to the medieval time, and I'm like, oh, I've always wanted to go. Is it what was it like? What was it like? I never been there before. I thought it's similar like I thought it was quite similar like Chuck E. Cheese's, or a Enchanted Castle, which is like a medieval version of Chuck E. Cheese's. But no. Once I get there, it's completely different. It's almost like a play. It's almost like a show, but you can but they actually give you food and the medieval food. So it's basically a dinner and a show. Long story short, medieval times, it went over great. And addition, as like a very special cherry on top of all of it, when I get as we walked through the front door, my sister told me that she got engaged. She she got engaged, and they're gonna get married pretty soon. And I was speechless. I was very proud of my sister. Um, it's not that I never expect her to get married and such. It's not one of those unexpected things. I feel very proud of her because of all the things that she went through, both good and bad. And I mean, it's like it's not like I didn't. It's not like I expected. It's not like I have doubts. I'm like, oh, I gave her a month or something like that. Like no, it went a lot better than I expected. The man, the ring is very looks very great. The ring looks very great on her, and I really do wish them the best and all that. And so we continue on this medieval times event. It's like I said, it's more like a play, and you get to eat. It's a dinner and a show. For those of people who never been to medieval times, um, oh my gosh, how can I explain it to words? How can I make it to a small story? It's a long basically a long play, but it's so it is so good. that that medieval times, it went so good. It's not like you get to sit in a row and there's like a stage there. Like no, it's almost like being an actual event of the quote of medieval times. That's self-explanatory, pretty much. So yeah, it's almost like a small football arena. So we get to sit in the small rows. There's the red row, the black and white not road, row. Let's see, there's a yellow row, and the other side it's like the blue one. Give me a little message. It's like a blue one. I think it is yellow and red row, and there is the blue row. No, the green row. I remember there's a green row. The first three rows are basically it's almost like a football. They have the knights. They have the knights for each row, but since we were in the red row, we mainly cheer for the red knight, and also we cheer for the black and white and the yellow knight. All the other three knights are basically our enemies, so we get to literally boo at them wherever they done, as long as we don't actually threaten them or throw food at them, then that'll be a bit too far, and they would literally kick us out of the place. It never happened, but they did give us that kind of warning, like, hey, you could boo at them, but don't threaten them, or don't physically insult them, otherwise you'll be kicked out of there. That's basically what they're saying. They're also servants. I really like this one guy with a little goatee and a little I don't know what to call it. They kind of like comb hair back, and put a little bit of a tie on it. That guy's pretty cool. He got his acting very good. He's basically a servant, pretty much. But yeah, I really do like the Red Knight, mainly because he did that Red Knight did very good at sports. So crap, I need some water. Whew. Okay, let's see. It all started out when they offer us what kind of drink we have, and then the food is wonderful. They gave us the Texas bread, the Texas garlic bread. They gave us the tomato soup, along with the corn, baked potato, and fried rotisserie chicken. Not fried, rotisserie chicken. All five of them are really really good. What's interesting is that we had to eat it. We had to eat with our hand. We don't have any forks and knives. I'm guessing they don't have it back then, so I find it kind of makes sense, and don't really bother. Got some napkins and all that, and but the soup, however, and I guess you're wondering how would he drink? How would he eat the soup? Good thing is a tomato soup because it's not really like you have to grab a spoon and pick up the food, and no, there's actually a handle on the side of the bowl, so you can like grab it and then just and all that. Like if it's just a regular bowl, you have to like you see the hands that I'm making, the hand pose that I'm making. It's like it's different. It's very different, and I did enjoy it. As for the event, however, I'm not spoiling or anything because my sister told me that it's different. The whole scenes are different every time. Every time you come over, like I could come over many times, and the outcome of this whole event is really really different. It's all different things. It had different endings and stuff like that. Eventually they have this the sport going on. It's not just the whole jousting where the two knights run at each other with the big old poles and all that. It hasn't come to that yet. The sports went over really well. Every time we see the red knight, we always just scream up top of the lungs like red knight, red knight, red knight, red knight. I really have fun cheering for the red knight. And so it finally comes to the last sport of it. It's like the last tournament, you know, That's when we get to the part where you see two knights running at each other with the whole poles, try to push each other off the horses and all that. The Red Knight lost. Yeah, the Red Knight lost. So yeah, so like every match where they went jousting and then eventually they went to the fight, the whole sword and shield or mace and shield, they'd be like bashing against each other. We actually see some sparks flying around. I'm not sure if there's some kind of button that will activate the sparks every time they clash, and I can tell it's in the whole. I can tell the whole thing is pretty much an act, but it still looks very well. It looks so cool, the whole sparks and everything. Like I said, I'm not sure if there's like a button or like actual clash sword together, and which would make some kind of a bright spark. Just really excites me every time, and I really enjoyed it. And eventually, I believe things are slowly getting out of control when the Yellow Knight basically want to kill his enemies. Oh my gosh! I think he's ready to kill the Green Knight. I believe he's ready. The Yellow Knight was ready to kill the Green Knight, and even though the Yellow Knight is still technically our team, and we still had to cheer for him, I'm like, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. Luckily, the Queen, yes, the Queen, the Queen of the tournament, basically saying otherwise. Like, no, I think it's a good idea to kill that person. But what was the word? The counselor. I think the counselor was saying yes, finish off. He should finish off his enemies. He should be that's basically what he's saying. He should finish off his enemies. That's basically how the tournament goes. And the Queen keeps saying otherwise. Keep saying otherwise. And the way the Yellow Knight was grabbing the Green Knight, grabbing his sword, ready to kill him. You can see the bloodlust in his face. And I couldn't see the Green Knight because I think he's wearing a mask at the time. And oh my gosh, things are getting so tense. Things are getting very tense. I was very close. I'm not gonna lie, I was very close to actually standing up and yelling out mercy. Like, I could just yell and be like, mercy! It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I kind of that'd be pretty weird. Yeah, it's pretty eventful at the same time. Calling mercy for your enemies and all that. And whew, like I said, I was very close to yelling out mercy. Even though the Green Knight is on the enemy side, it's still. Yeah, but eventually, the Yellow Knight gave mercy to the Green Knight, and then the tournament continued, and eventually the Yellow Knight had enough of it. He had enough of the Queen's crap, and basically challenges the Queen for some kind of fight. And the announcer is like, no, I don't, no, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? It's a Queen we're talking about. And that's when the Yellow Knight throw out some kind of offensive stuff, including the feminist stuff, which I wish I can understand. I don't really find it. It is offensive mentioning about this whole mentioning the whole stuff like, oh, she's just a woman, she doesn't know anything about this and that. Like, that's part of the act. That's part of the act. I know that. And that's when the oh my god! And that's when things getting very tense. Eventually, come to the semifinals. Like I said, the Yellow Knight challenges the Queen and all that, and that's when things start to become bad. And so in the finals, it was the Yellow Knight versus the Blue Knight. It had one of those. The Blue Knight has like one of the little, I don't know what they're called. It's like a little. It's almost like a little. It's almost like a little clover for war or something. I don't know what's that called. You get a little spade on it. It kind of looks like one of the little cards. Where some people would play poker, you see a little spade or something. It got that symbol. The Yellow Knight symbol, however, it is a freaking bull, like a devil bull. It's like a bull, like an angry face, and the horns is just like pointing out like a W. Yeah. The more I look at, it, the more I start to seem, the more I start to think like the Yellow Knight might be the bad guy or something. Like I didn't cheer for the Yellow Knight during the whole time. Yet I didn't cheer for the Blue Knight either. That'd be weird. You see in the just imagine seeing the red row be like, "Woo, Blue Knight!" The people in the red row be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? He's our enemy." So the fight got very intense, and long story short, the Blue Knight wins. The Blue Knight wins, and I think he kind of like injured his enemies or something, or slain his enemies, something like that. But yeah, the tournament's over. The Blue Knight won, and I still like the Red Knight. He's my favorite. He's my favorite knight. And so that's basically the end of the play. And by the time that we finished the play, we finished up our food already, and like I said, it all went out so well, and we all get to leave the tournament. We get to stand around for a while because we want to meet the actors, the knights, including the counselor, the announcer, and the queens, and all that. Eventually, eventually the actors come out and we get to meet them. And for me, I was like really psyched. It was like, I really wanted to meet the Red Knight. But while we were waiting, I see the shields coming out with like different symbols, representing the different knights. I'm like, oh, I gotta get that. I gotta get the shield. I gotta get the Red Knight shield. Hopefully when I meet the Red Knight, he can sign it. Eventually, I met up the Red Knight. So my sister and her fiance, and I should basically throw out like, oh hey, can you sign my shield? I was like, no problem, no problem. He's a really cool dude. He's a really cool dude. He just like signed like no big deal. Like, yeah, no problem, man. There you go. I was like, I was like a kid. I was acting like a kid. I was like, it's sign it. And she's like, wow, I guess he does. I guess he does have a pen. Okay. And I really like the announcer because he got one of those little energetic voice it gives out. I'm not sure if I could describe what his voice would sound like. He's more like his voice it sounds like the energetic announcer in one of those medieval times. And that's pretty much what he is. He's literally the announcer in medieval times. But the voice is very clear. He did it very well. I really like that guy because of the voice he gives out. I even told him that. I was like, oh, thank you there, thank you and all that. His sister met that guy. Yeah, my sister. Say it right. My sister took a picture with him as well, and she told him that she got engaged and all that. No. Anyways, freaking phone call. Anyways, she told the announcer that she got married, she's getting engaged, and like he got very excited. Showed a picture of him putting the ring on her finger and all that. And so eventually that ends our day. It was kind of, I think it's like as soon as you leave the plane, it's kind of like raining, but like the mist kind of raining. You don't feel it, you just feel the mist coming down at you. It's not raining heavily, just like a little mist place, and all that. And so eventually I drove all the way back home, and that's basically the end of Friday. That was the end of the day. And I enjoyed the whole thing. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the medieval times. I've enjoyed every moment of it. And again, I'm very proud of my sister, and hopefully they'll have a really to spend the rest of the lives happy, the pursuit of happiness and stuff like that. I think that the next day, Saturday, is when I took. I think I slept throughout the whole Saturday because I was very tired back then. But I think sometime after that, I would think to myself, something bad is gonna happen. No, like not something, not to them, but like something bad is gonna happen to me, and that's pretty much the systems that works. Because apparently that's how it works for me. Every time something good happens, either something I do or something good happens to me, something bad happens to me. Something very bad, like even worse, happens to me. And I know because it happens so many times, and I feel like the I'm just gonna call it karma for now. Bad karma. I feel like the bad karma is like the little devil that's just waiting for me to drop my guard, just so he could strike me where the heart is, and I'm just like, I just let my guard down anyways. I just let my guard down. I'm like, just want to get this over with. Go ahead, do it. Just go ahead. I'll turn around for you. You just stab me in my back. You can stab me in my back. Just get this over with. I think it kind of did happen because the that's when my phone bill comes up and it's like $200. So they kind of dropped me from less than $100 to like below the zero. It just got deep into a negative my bank account. And in case you don't know, in case there's some people who don't have bank accounts, trust me, you do not want to get into the negatives. You do not want to get into negatives because while you're in the negative, every purchase you would make, whether it be like $50, a total of $50, or you just buying a chicken that's like $1, they'll add like $45 for your for your overdraft fee. That bull crap overdraft fee. So basically, you had to like survive. Basically, you had to survive until you get your paycheck, and once you finally get out of the negative, you still ain't done. You gotta wait for like another week just to make sure that you're above the 100. You just gotta make sure that you're out of it. You can't just like, oh, you can. It's like a little quicksand. Like once you're out of it, you're not done. You gotta get away from that quicksand. You gotta get away from that quicksand. Otherwise, you're gonna keep dragging you lower and lower and lower, and every purchase you made, you get even lower and all that. Um. So yeah. But don't yeah. But I can handle it. I can handle it. I got my dad. I'm pretty sure he could. I'm pretty sure he could support me if I really need to. If I really need to. It's not that he won't. It just I really want to take care of it. Take care of things myself. I just take care of it myself. So yeah, I think that's a bad thing that happens to me, and I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say. I'm very proud of my sister, and don't worry about me and the bank. Don't worry about me and the kind of problem I'm in right now because I can do it. That's basically all I have to say. Olympia, if you're watching this, congratulations. I feel like I just can't stop saying it. Just congratulations. Uh, I really wish you and Dario the best of luck. Shout out to you too. And thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy me telling about the event. I know I love the event. I know I enjoyed it. I even have the shield, as a matter of fact. Hold on. As you can see, I actually do have the shield from the medieval knight. The Red Knight actually signed this one. It actually signed it. I just thought, I don't know why, but I kind of thought he was signed aside, but no, he just signed up here, and that's really cool. As you get the little handle on the back, I would show it to you, but I think I overdid it with the whole mounting thingy. It's kind of hard to pull off. I'm worried that if I pull off hard enough, it might break the board or tear off the wallpaper of it. The little wallpaper of it. I put it right underneath my keyblades. Right underneath my keyblades. I just thought it'd be very cool. And maybe who knows? Maybe the next time I might come over and depends what kind of what kind of knight I was cheering for, I might put a little shield right next to it to be like the red knight or the green knight, yellow knight, and etc. etc. So that'd be pretty cool. So and that's again that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching me tell the story of the story of my life. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you want to support my channel, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button to get more videos like this. And if you're watching on Facebook, be sure to head over to my YouTube channel. It is just my name, Angel Fuentes. But the little bubble, the little profile bubble thingy, it just green. It just green. I've noticed there are so many Angel Fuenteses out there. There's so many. This one with the 37 subscribers. Lucky. This one is like 2 subscribers. But for me, it just straight up green screen. It's just a green screen. But don't worry, I'll be changing all that soon. And once I change all that, I'll let you guys know. So till then, Angel Fuentes, green screen. And you'll see plenty of videos of the games that I have played and stuff like that. But if you guys don't want to support me, then you guys don't have to, because that's what the channel is about. The choices that we make. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.